Double Trouble in the Everglades National Park is the 5th book in the National Park Mystery Series. These are for preteen boys and girls, full of mystery, full of adventure. The Everglades National Park is in Florida. Ben and Bekka, being twins, are invited by Twins for Life magazine to join other twins down in the Everglades Park to discover and experience what is involved in their triathlon. Now, Ben and Bekka live here in Lansing. They fly 1,500 miles down to the tip of Florida where the ocean meets the land. Everglades National Park is basically water and foot-deep grass. It's tall grasses. The water just is always flowing through the grass. Now, the park is divided into 3 sections. You can ride a bike around a 15-mile paved path through what's called Shark Valley. There are no sharks there, but there are a lot of alligators. When I did the bike path, I encountered alligators on the side, and then some were coming up to the path. I called a ranger and I said, "What do you do if an alligator is on the path?" He said, "Ride around the tail. If you go around the mouth, they will snap at your bike and knock you over." Well, when I learned that, I thought, isn't that a great thing to happen to poor Ben in the book? So you got to read the book to see what happens to Ben. Now, you can canoe out amongst the 10,000 island area. This is in the saltwater area where you will encounter crocodiles, manatees, and a few other things that I can't give it all away. But this one, Ben decides, I want another boy in my canoe. So Bekka meets a friend, and they have another set of twins. The boys are together, the girls are together, and they have a race between the islands. Another fun thing that you can experience when you're down there. But what was most interesting when I was doing my research of the park, they have a section called the Cypress Preserve, and it's the tall grass, fresh water's running through it. Normally the water is ankle deep, and they invite boys and girls to come with a science class and study the ecosystem. Now, there's a lot of algae, there's shells, there's fish, and there are, well, in Florida there's 1 million alligators, over 100,000 pythons, which are huge snakes, and water moccasins. All of these creatures are in the Cypress Preserve. Now, usually the water's usually up to your calf, halfway up to your knee. I thought, great, I can do that. Well, when I went there, it rained 13 inches of rain just before I arrived. And when the ranger was giving us our instructions, she looked at me and said, "And it will be up to your waist." Now, there's a lot of distance between my calf and my waist when it comes to being surrounded by water, alligators, snakes, and every other creature in the water. And there's no fences to keep them away from you. We went out there for about an hour, walked, sure enough, up to my waist. I could not even really think about if there were water moccasins, pythons, alligators near us. I only went out there for a science lesson and pictures to prove I was there. But the real twins have quite the adventure in the Cypress Preserve. Can't give any secrets away, but, well, maybe I'll give you a clue. It has to do with what's called the ligneous snail. There's a big rule in the national park. You can't take anything, can't deface it, can't destroy the park. So you got to read the book to learn what happens to a ligneous snail. But in this book, again, Ben loves his binoculars, Bekka loves her camera. Both of them come in really handy when it comes to solving the mystery. In this book, I have the pictures of Ben and Bekka, but I also introduced Tom and Joe, another real set of twins from Lansing. And my grandchildren wanted to be in a book, so I put them in this book. They're not really twins, but they get to be twins. But I have interesting facts about the wildlife, the American Indians, have a fry bread recipe that is very tasty. So I put that in the book, as well as other interesting facts about Everglades. When it became a park, the water, everything that you could want to know about the Everglades. Fun book. Double Trouble in the Everglades. Affordably priced at $7.95 at www.nationalparkmysteries.com. That's nationalparkmysteries.com.